Hello, everybody, and welcome again to another issue, another episode of the Artist's Corner, where I like to come to you every day or every other day with installments of tutorial drawings. You guys might remember this one. This was the one I've been working on for a while, and we've got this character left to do, and this lovely bit of wood, this embankment at the bottom, along with a little pathway here, and then some final bits at the end. And we will be working on this today, but before I thought it would be fun, since another artist friend of mine does this every Wednesday, to take that lovely drawing and put it off to the side, and instead, whoopsha, we're going to do that later on today. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and do Freeform Wednesday or Doodle Wednesday. So I'm going to go ahead and come in here and we'll just do something fun, something crazy. And I'm going to start with a nose. Noses can be fun. Big nose. And eyebrows. Big forehead. I am currently deep into Terry Pratchett's Discworld series, which I find hilarious. And Terry Pratchett has this one book where it's mostly it's got dwarves, and the dwarves in his books are freaking funny because they don't make a distinction between the male and female form, except for in the obvious times, but they're almost embarrassed about it. So they don't have a high king, they have the low king. And I was thinking, gee, might be kind of fun to draw a picture of what I think the low king would look like. The only thing that's weird about the low king, I'll share with you once I get towards the end of the illustration. Can y'all see that? All right. So they all have given this character some funky bags under the eyes, baggy eyes, big cheeks. Usual ears. And then probably should I give him a crown? Probably a crown. I wonder what a dwarven crown would look like. Probably be ornate, traditional. Let's find the center of the crown. Okay, there's the center. And we're going to come over here, kind of duplicate some of this design stuff, both sides. And maybe something like that. Just keep it simple. And maybe a little. Oh, it would have been cool to put some horns on it. I didn't think about that. Oh well. The low king. Let's get that forehead in there. That's important. We have lots of wrinkles. If you like this kind of tutorial where I'm just working on sketch stuff, I can do more of that. And that's a nice simple mouth. I've always been into the old handlebar mustaches. Those are cool. So we just settled St. Pat. We just celebrated St. Patrick's Day, and I feel I had a nice holiday. It was oh, here we go. A little bit further out with the eyebrows, I think. A little bit further out here. And a little bit bigger on the eyelid. There we go. Yeah, that kind of thing. Darken it in. Well, he's an old king, so he's got to have some funk in his face, you know. Got to age him up a bit. I got my dad sitting here being quiet. Poor guy. He has to be quiet while I do this silly stuff. Make him broad-shouldered. Broad shoulders. What do you guys think so far? All right, big-bellied. Big-bellied. Sitting on his throne. There's his knees. Short legs. Could be a dwarf. So you can see how we are gesturally coming in here, trying to show. So we got some shoulders up in here, arms, and we got to put the forearm, and then we're going to have the top of the hand and some big fat fingers coming down on his throne. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fingers just starting to rough those in. You know, the joints on the hands, you can break those fingers down into sausages if you want. I find it easier. A lot of people think that they get frustrated when they see my hands because they just can't do it that way. I come in and it's like I throw a couple of little lines down on the paper and boom, all of a sudden you got a hand. And a nice little short forearm there, and a big rounded shoulder, boom. And now he's sitting on a throne on the edges there. Big old kneecap. You gotta have him sitting on something. There's his shins. Shin. And another big hand would be right here, wouldn't it? Thumb fingers. And this is actually off the page. Not very professional, is it? Runs right off the page. That's not good. But we'll leave it because it's a doodle. It's a doodly. So we got his chest coming up in here like such. And it's going to come over that. And then we got the forearm in there, almost completely hiding this bicep, which is way behind, way in there. Anyway, the truth is you're not going to see none of that, so let's get rid of it. Because he's a king. Kings don't sit around bare butt naked. That'd just be wrong. I wouldn't worship a king who did that, that's for sure. What do kings usually wear? They usually wear like robes and stuff, so we'll put them in some fancy duds, starting with the center. Remember, we're not making Santa Claus here. This is like the mean Santa. So, not mean. Yeah, no, not mean Santa. That's also kind of weird. I'll just go ahead. You guys remember, have to forgive me because this is live stuff. So I'm just coming up with this on the fly. We're going to give him the back of his throne. Have it come up like such. The High King, the top of the throne. And in most monarchies, the top of the throne also resembles a crown. My stuff is kind of jaggedy today. I like that stuff though. I like jaggeds. Hey, Mother! I am doing a live tutorial today, and I'm getting ready to take Mom to the doctor. As you can see here, we've got quite a lot of work left to do on this illustration, but we are already at 10 minutes. So, if you guys like this, tune in please again, and I will show you the rest of this, the High King. And I thank you all for joining me, and I will be back with another one real soon.